Hello friends, you're the Lonesome Gamer, and today I'm gonna play Eldritch Horror by Corey Konietzka and Nikki Valens. And I've already done 3 videos about that. The first one only about the base game, second one then about the first expansion with the Elder One Yig. Then I did one about the Mansions of Madness, and today I'm gonna focus on Strange Remnants, the latest expansion. And just wanted you to notice this wonderful cover art. I think it's actually one of the best cover arts I've seen for quite a while. It looks absolutely great. Okay, so I'm gonna set up the game now. Okay, so the game is set, and I've chosen the new old one from the new expansion called, Syzygy, whatever. And it says, when the planets align with the center of the universe and the earth falls under the shadow of an eclipse, that which would devour all life seeks to pierce the veil that keeps the darkness at bay. Well, so what are the effects of this guy? First of all, the cultists. Horror is equal to the number of Eldritch tokens on the red space of the Omen track, and toughness is equal to that number plus 1. When the Omen advances to the red space of the Omen track, place 1 Eldritch token on that space. At the end of the Mythos phase, if 2 mysteries have been solved, or there are 3 Eldritch tokens on the red space of the Omen track, flip this sheet and resolve the Portal Opens effect. When Doom advances to 0, investigators lose the game. Okay, well, no final mystery or something like that. I've randomly determined the this prelude card here. It's also one of the new ones, and it says, in cosmic alignment, the stars are right. The words chill you to the bone, not because they were written in blood by the black-robed man that now lies dead before you, but because of their implication. They herald the end of existence for you, for your friends, and for the earth, the end of everything. So that card tells us to prepare a new card deck. That is the card deck of the Mystic Ruins Encounter deck. It's this one here, which is fairly similar to the Expedition deck. We also have, just like the Expeditions, they start here at the pyramids. We have here the Mystic Ruins that start at Panama, so that there is a new token now here, and that's placed right there. And we can also have a special encounter there, just like here at the pyramids. But I have no idea what the benefit of that is. We're gonna see. Then we have to, after resolving setup, if Syzygy is the Ancient One, place 1 Eldritch token on the red space of the Omen track. That's what we did. We already have our first token there now. Then each investigator loses 1 sanity and gains 1 relic, unique asset. And I also gave these investigators their assets, but I have to lose sanity. I forgot that. And then we would use some special adventure cards if he's not the Ancient One. But that's not the case, so, well, that means we've fulfilled that card. Okay, I've learned from my last disaster when I've played the Mountains of Madness expansion, and it was not a very pleasant experience. By the way, if you don't know the rules for this, please watch my first Eldritch Horror playthrough. I've done now, well, 3 as I told before. Watch the first one, then I'm going to go through everything in detail. Here I'm only going to explain some new mechanisms that come with the new expansion. Okay, our first investigator is Lily Chen. And I've chosen them randomly. Except for her, I wanted one investigator from the new expansion, just to show you a little bit about that. So she's a martial artist, and let's read her background story. Lily speaks rarely, and when she does, her words are measured and wise. After a lifetime of disciplined training, every gesture is graceful, uncluttered by hesitation. When she was an infant, an obscure sect of monks believed that she was born for a special purpose, to face a great evil. Now the monks believe that the great evil is at hand, and they have brought Lily to Shanghai to begin fulfilling her destiny. Okay, so her special action: spend any number of health or sanity, then recover an equal number of health or sanity. Special ability: when you improve a skill, you may immediately improve that skill again. Now that is definitely very, very strong. Let's organize this all. And she starts at Shanghai, which is right here. She also starts with the lucky rabbit's foot. Once per round, you may reroll 1 die when resolving a test. She starts with a protective amulet. Gain +1 lore during +1 will during combat encounters. And finally, she starts with the lost treasure. This is the relic that we got because of that alignment card. You may discard this card to add 3 successes to your test result during an acquire assets action. When you perform a rest action, you may examine the intricate markings. If you pass, flip this card. Well, honestly, I have no idea what that is. What? I see, you can add something on this. I thought it was some weird markers here that come with the game, but no, of course you can. I got it now. Well, okay, we might want to do that. Then we have Leo Anderson. Leo Anderson has spent his whole life getting into the deadliest and most obscure corners of the globe. Along the way, he's lost good people. Fever takes some, others are claimed by wild beasts. After a recent disastrous venture in the Yucatan, Leo barely made it back to Buenos Aires alive. He's sick of burying the people who trusted him, but the job's not done yet. The world is in danger, and crying in his drink won't fix that. He's picked up a little hired help here, and in the morning he'll head back out into the wild. Fine. So, special action, test influence. If you pass, gain 1 ally asset of your choice from the reserve or the discard pile. If you are in a wilderness space, investigators on your space roll 1 additional die when resolving tests. Of course, that includes himself. He starts with that hired muscle. Gain +1 strength. You may reroll 1 die when resolving a strength test. So he's pretty tough now with a strength of 3. And then his relic is a mysterious idol. When you gain this card from the deck, gain 1 clue. So that means he also starts with a clue now. And it can be activated. This idol reveals its true purpose to you. Flip this card. So, we got Charlie Kane. When the press asks if Charlie is planning a run for national office, he smiles and says that he's focused on the important issues. The truth is that the world that he would love to launch his campaign, but right now the most important issue is preventing the end of the world without causing a panic. To do this, he's been calling in favors across the country. Most recently, Charlie stopped in San Francisco to visit Hearst Castle. With the help of his friend and his finances, Charlie believes he can fix this problem without sacrificing a single vote. So, special action. Another investigator of your choice may immediately perform 1 additional action. Now this can be really strong, and I got to remember that and use that wisely. This is one of these things, especially if you play solitaire, you easily forget these things. So I really got to remember that. When you perform an acquire assets action, you may allow other investigators to gain any cards you purchase. Okay. He starts with a personal assistant, gain +1 influence. You may reroll 1 die when resolving an influence test. And he also starts with a relic. A stone chest. When you perform a rest action, you may attempt to pry open the chest. If you pass, flip this card. It's pretty bad in strength, but I could try it anyway. Okay, and by the way, this guy here starts in Buenos Aires, and he starts in, I assume, in San Francisco. It would make sense. Yeah. Okay. And that's interesting because there we have our first gate right away. Okay. And yeah, I spawned that gate. And an elder thing came, and because of this special ability here, when this monster is spawned, move it to Antarctica, it ended up down here. So finally we have our new character here, Marie Lambeau, also an old friend from Arkham Horror. Marie has come a long way from the Louisiana marshes of her youth. These days, the smoky velvet sings the blues in elegant nightclubs around the world, but it was Grand-Mère's dying wish that sent Marie to the kingdom of Sarawak, where an old evil had returned. Marie doesn't believe she can help, but only a fool didn't listen to Grand-Mère. Now memories of strange nursery rhymes she used to recite have begun flooding back. People called Grand-Mère a witch. Maybe Marie's got some witchcraft in her blood too. So she starts at, well, Southeast Asia, which is space 20. So here we go. Her miniature down here. So, she starts with a ritual dagger. A magical weapon. Once per round you may gain +1 lore when resolving a spell effect, or +2 strength when resolving a combat encounter. So that's a very, very cool weapon. It's interesting that it only costs $1. That's really strange. And then we have the Voice of Ra. That is her starting spell. Glamour. Once per round during the action phase, you may spend 1 health and 1 sanity to perform 1 additional action. Okay. Then he also has a relic, and she also has that mysterious idol, which comes with a clue token, and then will reveal the purpose later in the game. Finally, her special abilities. Perform an action you have already performed this round. That's pretty cool. Remember, you can usually only perform each action once. She can do that. She can perform the same twice. If you would spend or lose sanity as part of a spell effect, you may spend or lose 1 fewer sanity as part of that effect. Definitely great. And our first mystery. That is the unearthly piping. In the places where the walls between dimensions are the weakest, a hideous piping melody can be heard. Those who hear it have broken minds, and only solidifying the veil between worlds can save them. After an investigator closes a gate during an otherworld encounter or a mystic ruins encounter. So obviously it's possible to close gates during these encounters. He may spend 1 clue and discard 1 spell to place 1 clue on this card. At the end of the Mythos phase, if there are clues on this card equal to investigators, the number of investigators, solve this mystery. Okay, so the problem is we need spells. We already have 2 clues. That's a good start. But we need spells. She has one. Okay, so he can gain a spell here in Buenos Aires. So I think I want to stay with this guy in there. Well, let's start with her first, Lily Chen. She's going to start this now. So what she does first is, well, she will simply wow. What is she going to do? Okay, what she's going to do is she's going to travel here and then prepare for travel. I'm going to check if this is... I think there was a... Yeah, no, that's fine. So she travels here and then grabs a ship ticket. And that's the end of her action. Now Leo Anderson. Okay. So yeah, basically he wants to stay here. Also grab a ship ticket. And what you can do is he can do an acquire assets action. Oh, we need some dice. Okay, so there we go. We got an influence test. So we simply roll 2 dice and hope to be lucky and get something of that. Oh boy. No successes here. Okay, I'm fine here. Then it's him. And he's going to use his special action. And now I'm not absolutely sure if the investigators, if the second action, or if the additional action the investigators can do can be an action that they already have done this turn. But I think I'm going to allow it. I mean, he's this extremely powerful politician. It's an interesting question. Okay, so we have an answer here. Actually, you're not allowed to do the same action twice in a round. So that means even with the ability of Charlie Kane, an investigator can only do one action. Except, of course, for Mary Limbeau with her special ability here. That's a little sad because I wanted to let Lee travel down here, which is not possible now, or Lily. But anyways, I'm going to allow Mary Limbeau now to do a travel action to Tokyo. And then I will do... Yeah, I'm going to do acquire assets action, I guess. Simply roll my 5 dice because of the personal assistant and hope for the best. Well, that wasn't so bad. We have 2 successes here. I can re-roll 1 die. Excuse me. So that's still 2 successes. Now let's see. We can try to get rid of some of these. I mean, they are not bad, but they are also not that awesome. So, okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the mineralogy research. After resolving a general encounter or an expedition encounter on a wilderness space, you may examine the area's soil. If you pass, gain 2 clue tokens and discard this card. And I'm going to give this one to Leo because he's good on wilderness locations. And then we have a similar thing here with the genealogy research. So I think I'm going to also grab that and then give that to, well, possibly Lily. She's a pretty good fighter. Okay. So then we can place 2 more here and hope for something more interesting maybe. The arcane manuscripts, well, they're not bad, especially for the low price. And an automatic. Now this is awesome. Okay. Then we got Marie Lambeau, and well, first she's going to prepare for travel and grab a ship token. Then she is going to travel here, and she's going to expand that ship token right away and then moves to San Francisco. And she can travel, although she's done that because of that special action here. So now we come to the encounter phase. And we start with Lily. So she's here in that city. That's a little stupid. If I had to remember that I could do the same thing twice per round, I probably might have stayed here in Shanghai and try to improve my lore. But, well, that doesn't matter now. So we're going to draw a card and try to solve that encounter here. A notorious crime boss offers to sell you valuable information. However, his asking price is more than you can afford. You may gain a debt condition. If you gain the condition, he shares what he knows. Gain one task unique asset. I don't know. Not sure if I want to do that. I don't think so. Okay, Leo. He's in Buenos Aires and he wants to get a spell because we need that to solve our mystery down here. So let's hope for the best here. You sneak into the temple and overhear the rough croaking of deep ones chanting. You recognize familiar elements to the words they are intoning. So we got to pass a lore test. That's not going to be easy. And we blew it. Shit. If you fail, it's nothing more than horrific noise. Lose one's sanity. Great. Okay. So, next is Charlie. Now he's in San Francisco. So, he'll take a... Well, I'm not sure. Does he want to improve this? Observation? I'm not sure about that. I might actually get just one of these. Maybe I should. Okay, I think it's okay. I'm gonna try to improve observation by 1. That's not too bad. So there we go. You are invited to the Hearst Castle and find yourself surrounded by the best and brightest. Well, that's exactly my place, huh? You may become delayed to stay for a few days. If you become delayed, you pick up some amazing talents, improve one skill of your choice. Now that's interesting. Skill of my choice is definitely good. Hard to tell. Well, I want to do that. Well, I'm not sure. I really don't know. Well, to be honest, I think I'm not gonna do this. I don't want to be delayed. So, no. It's Marie then. And, well, she's here in San Francisco and she can now try to close the gate here. So let's hope for the best. It's not going to be that simple. Let's draw a gate card. Now that gate leads to Yugoth. You find a dead Migo that was carrying a large container of the strange metal known as Tockel. Although valuable, the substance is also extremely heavy and the container proves difficult to move. Yeah, that sucks. Okay, I'm not that great in strength, so basically I gotta be lucky now. That's all I can say. So for the best, I didn't make it. Shit. The container proves too heavy to carry. Gain a back injury condition. You take only a small sample to study. Lore -1. So I got 2 dice now. And well, this time I made it actually. If you pass, the alien substance give you insight into the arcane arts. Gain 1 spell. Okay, that's not bad. I mean, we need spells. So that was good. But we also get this back injury, which kind of sucks. Now let's see, where are the spells? Yeah, we're gonna draw from underneath so that we don't know what we get. We got the Flesh Ward. Once per round, when an investigator would lose health, you may test lore. If you pass, prevent that investigator from losing up to 2 health. That's definitely a good one. Okay, yeah, the injury. Okay, now here we go. This is our back injury. When you perform a rest action, you may roll 1 die. On a 5 or 6, discard this card. We get a test strength. If we fail, flip this card. That's what happens if it's triggered. So now we come to the first Mythos card. And see what we can expect here. Okay, this is a bad start. With the tentacles, that always sucks. Now first this thing moves on. Nothing happens here. Then we have this trigger symbol. So what does that mean? Well, it means... oh, there is this... let's see. Okay, first we start with the monsters, then with the Ancient One. There's nothing happening here right now. Mythos cards in play. It's not the case. Possessions and conditions. Okay, so let's start here. The Mysterious Idol. Gotta flip that. On nights when the stars are visible overhead, the idol seems to sing. The statue's gentle lullaby is relaxing. So we got to do a will test here. We have a will of 3, which is good. And we made it. If you pass, the hymn states your fears and relieves your stress. Recover 1 sanity or discard 1 madness condition. That's a great item. This is a fantastic item. So we can recover 1 sanity. Cool. Okay. Then we have... what the... what? Oh great, we got to do this. Test lore and flip this card. Shit. Now we'll see. Okay, we didn't make it. That's probably not that great. Oh man. What? That's so weird. Okay, but hey, yeah. Resolve the effect based on your test results. Suddenly the voice goes quiet. If you rolled any once, discard this card. Yeah, I have, I think. I think that was the result. Shit. Weird. That's a weird card. Well, okay. Then, we have the Mysterious Idol here. Let's see what that says. Mysterious Idol. Each night in your dreams you explore a vast library in a mysterious city. On its shelves are books from places and times that have not existed for ages or have yet to be. You shift through stacks of books in search of useful information. So we got to pass an observation test. Not that great there, but let's see. And we made it easily, actually. If you pass, you come across a tome containing the knowledge you need most. Gain 1 clue. This is amazing. Holy shit. These relics are absolutely powerful. Okay. Yeah, that's just great. It's sad that we've lost this spell. But apart from that, it's just so cool. Okay. Then we have to trigger the back injury. So we got to test strength. We're still not good there. But we did it. Okay, fine. Lucky. So, guess that's it then. And then we got to spawn a gate. Now let's see where that happens. The pyramids. A monster will appear. And we have a giant penguin. Okay. When this monster is spawned, move it to Antarctica. So we got now 2 down here. This always reminds me of Batman somehow. And then we got to resolve the card. Ever since you arrived here, you felt the call of that other world. An entire land of wonders awaits you just past that threshold, and you find yourself unable to resist the temptation any longer. Each investigator on a space containing a gate tests will -2. If he fails, he gains a lost in time and space condition. Oh man, that's just great. So let's see. It's him. Well, he can only roll 1 die because he has a will of 2, but you can always roll a minimum of 1 die. So he made it. Cool. And then it's her, and she's in the exactly same situation. Yes! Haha! At least at the beginning of the game, we still have a strong will, but that will change. Okay, so in the end, it wasn't too bad, and let's... can we do another turn? Is there still enough time? Not sure. I think I'm going to load this up. Yeah, that's probably the best. So, yeah, hope to see you in my next video or on lonesomegamer.com. Bye.